Welcome to Divorced and Delivered. I'm your host, Patrix, and I am so excited about September. September, we are covering some major topics. The theme of September is rebuilding and rising. Woo! Rebuilding and rising. A lot of us need to rebuild and rise from what we are rebuilding, right? So, week one, rebuilding foundations. What? Yes, that is in Isaiah 43:19. I want you to go back, read that chapter. Isaiah 43:19. Okay, so that's going to help you. That's going to take you to what we are talking about for September. Rebuilding and rising is the theme. Wow. So, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this week with rebuilding foundations. What is it that you need to help you to rebuild from a relationship, from dealing with your job, dealing with friendship, dealing with family? What are the tools that you need to rebuild? What tools do you need to rebuild your life? What things are going to take place for you to rebuild your life, right? First of all, you have to develop a growth mindset. You have to cultivate your self awareness. You have to build a strong support system. You have to practice self-care. Oh my, that's so important. You can do that by journaling and exercise and setting goals for yourself. It doesn't have to be long term, it'll be short term goals. And being consistent in whatever it is that you are trying to reach in your goal. When you get a growth mindset, you have to believe in the ability to change and grow. If you don't believe it, then you're not going to get there. You have to view the challenge as opportunities rather than large obstacles, right? We want to have that growth mindset. That's the first thing you have to get in order to make it and rebuild, right? So you're going to build this resilient foundation in your life by first, like I said, your growth mindset. Not looking at things half empty, but looking at it half full, right? You've heard that. You've heard that before. Self-awareness is another thing that you will need. You have to understand what your thoughts and emotions and values and your behaviors in order to gain insight into what needs to change. So, when you're looking at the whole picture or when you're looking at part of the picture, you want to have self-awareness of what is it that I need to change, what is it I need to do, what steps to take to move forward. You have to be aware of what it is that you are trying to do in order to rebuild your life. This one right here is my top notch, although it comes third on the list. Self-care. You have to start implementing self-care on a regular basis, such as getting your sleep. You need rest. Rest is healing for your body. That's when your body is healing. That's when your mind is healing. So you must rest. You just need to start eating healthy and doing exercises, whether it's walking or even going to the gym or even dancing. Zumba was one of my favorite things to do. And I end up getting my license to teach Zumba because I love dancing so much. So that's one thing that you could look into if you're interested. It's not a must, but some form of exercise is a need. Some people go bowling or pickleball is huge. Everyone is doing that. I love it myself. Meditation. I don't know how many times people say, meditate, meditate, meditate. I even wrote a book with my twin called The Power of Meditation, Prayer, and Positivity. So make sure you check that book out on Amazon. That book is very powerful. It's helping you, the 101 to start meditating. Meditating is healing. You hear Oprah talk about it. all the time. She meditates. Most millionaires meditate. Yes, that's taking a moment of silence, nothing around you, no phones or anything, and just self-evaluating, self-awareness, just quiet and peace so that your mind can settle and you don't hear all that noise of what's happening and what to do next, or even the news, or even reality TV or things of that nature. You want to clear out the noise. You want to meditate. Make sure you get that book so that you can get the 101 on how to meditate and prayer. Another thing that you would need to do that is sometimes a struggle, but it only is hard if that's what you believe. You need to surround yourself with positive people, friends, and family. If it's toxic, if it's not benefiting you, get rid of it. Do not, I repeat, do not allow anything that's toxic to be around you. Because if you do, it's going to bring you down. I guarantee it's going to bring you down. You need people that will offer encouragement and different perspectives of things during your rebuilding process. Because if not, I'm telling you, it's going to make it 10 times harder. It's very important to have that support network and surrounding yourself with positive people. Then you need to start setting some goals. You probably did it before, but this is a new thing. Start setting goals. Start imagining your future life and then set clear, specific goals to guide your actions. Write it down. Journaling. Write it down. What is it that you want? You heard that scripture. Write it and make it plain, right? Write it and make it plain. And I remember my mom, she always writes. She always writing. And I used to say, why does she write so much? She would draw her design and things like that. And she still does. And she's 74. Oh my God. And she still writes and designs and imagine herself in these different places. And if you could see the beauty that she has created with her designing and just her talent and gift that God has given her, you would be amazed. She is amazing. And she writes down everything she's written down. And everything she's written down, guess what? I have seen it come to pass. No joke. Again, God says write it down and make it plain. Then you need to be committed. Committed to your goals. Stay consistent. Do daily effort. It's really crucial, just to see the long-term results. So you have to set a plan. My mom always told us as kids, make sure you have a plan. Don't always have that first plan. Make sure you have a plan. Write it down. Of course, us as kids, we thought like, oh, whatever. But she is so right. My mom is so right. She's so wise beyond her years. Although she's 74, she's so wise. And she's definitely one of my role models. I love her to the moon and back. Then another thing is learn something new. So you stop focusing on what was this and that and this and that and this and that. You know what I mean? Just all scrambled up. Read a book. Take some courses. Expand your knowledge. The first thing I did when I got divorced, I'm going to tell you, I joined a burlesque show. I know. Hold on. Don't judge me. Yes, I joined a burlesque show, and I tell you, it was something else. I ended up taking lead on the Janet Jackson song. I think it was Remember the Time. Not Remember. That's Michael. I have to get back with you on that. But I did take the lead in one of the burlesque shows. However, I got out of that and I went to college. Went back to school. Yes, I finished my degree in human resources, and I went to a Christian college and learned a lot of leadership skills as well as psychological skills. It also as being a servant leader. I love that because even Jesus